What's up? What's up? What's up? I am live. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? What's good? Let's share this out. Oops. See what we happening tonight. Okay. Get her up and going. It's a little late, but it's Friday night, so I figured it'd be no big deal. What is up, my brother? Almost made it first. Looks like Robin got you. She got you, bro. She got you. Robin got you. What's up, Robin? And Mr. Strike first. That's what you get, Strike. Mr. Comedian. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to share this real quick. Sorry it's so late, guys. I was waiting for Charlie to get done with his, so I didn't want to break into his. So not that I would get that many people, but what's up, Broken? Sammy S. Sup. Okay, there we go. Cool. Leave. There we go. Sammy, Broken, Robin. Strike first. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome back for those of y'all that were here with me this morning. There she is. That's Brandy. Let everybody load up. Come on in. Pumpkin Patch. Oh, he did. That was a great one. It was a good one. I hate when he. I know he needs to do that stuff, and I know he kind of yelled at me, because I was like, "You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this." I know he needs to do it because he wants to do it. And it's good for him. I just hate seeing him do that to himself. Is what it is. And that's all. I know he knows that shit, but he's put himself through a lot of shit. He's put himself through a lot of shit already on top of all the shit that everybody else gives him, and I just hate when he does that to himself. That's all. I don't like seeing anybody do that to themselves, but it helps him. You know, I guess in a sense it's part of like recovery and stuff like that too, because it helps get through all the stuff. And he's proven to himself who he has become, which is a great thing. So I give him props and respect for that. I just hate seeing him do that to himself all the time. There's one thing that nobody can ever say about Charlie, guys, is that he does not own his shit because he owns every fucking thing he's ever done, 100%, guys. And there ain't too many human beings that do that kind of shit. Most people run from their shit. Charlie stands and faces it head on, and it's there. I did it. Here it is. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? That's all there is to it. So you gotta respect that. I don't care who you are. I mean, and that's one of the biggest things that I respect about the man. Honestly, through everything he's been through, he has owned every fucking thing he's done multiple times. He's apologized again. He was apologizing tonight to Isaac and Nikki and all them. He's apologized over 100 times, guys. I mean, how many times can you do it? And that's a mad thing to do, dude. Like to face it, shit, face it head on. You don't run from it. It's there. You own it. You deal with it, and you got to respect that. Like I said, right, Sammy. I mean, sometimes that's just the best way to get it out. You know what I'm saying? It helps. It does help. I mean, honest to God, there's been some times that I've been fucking bent out of shape, and I've come in here and I've talked about some shit that's bothering me, and it clears your head. It does. You know, I understand completely. That's right, Robin. That's the way it is. That's true too, Pumpkin. If nothing, he's honest. You know, I mean, and Honestly, guys, that's why I've always been truthful about everything because the truth will set you free. Yeah, and I think this is how he does it, though. Strike. I think this is how he gets closure on the issues that he's had. You know what I'm saying? And the things that he's run through. This is his way of getting closure on it, and it makes sense. It really does. So again, you got to respect that, guys. You got to respect it. I know I'm loquacious here, but I do tend to bottle things. You know what, Robin? In different circumstances call for different measures, and I have at times too. But things like the shit that he's dealt with, he because a lot of it's put out on Front Street, and he really doesn't have a choice but to do it sometimes. So hey, hun, what's up, Stacy? It was a good stream tonight, it really was. Like I just said, Stacy, I think it's closure for him. It helps him get through these things and gets closure on all the shit that he's dealt with. And I get that. I really do. Like I just said too, he owns every fucking thing he's done. Though that man has owned it all, and you got to respect it. 100, 100. So thank you guys all for being in here. By the way, I appreciate you. I apologize. It's a little late, but like I said, I didn't want to go live when he was live. That's just rude. So, and I wanted to give him my attention too. So, but Stacy, Robin, Brandy, of course, Strike First, Pumpkin Patch, Sammy, Broken, my brother, uh, and anybody else that might be in the background there. Thank you so much for being in here. I appreciate you. That ain't no lie, Sammy. You know what, Pumpkin? See that? Nothing against you, but or what you said, but Mike don't need to forgive him. He needs to forgive Mike, and Mike needs to apologize to him. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. Kyle, what's up, Mr. Brown? They've gone past that. Mike needs to forgive him. Shit. What he did, he did. It's done. It's over with. How about everything that they've done to him now? And that is a fact, Robin. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I hope you guys had a great day today, everybody. Check, check, check. I hope you guys had a great day. I really do. I had a pretty good day. Hung out with my granddaughter today. Was outside enjoying the weather. So, last day of the work week for a lot of people. The weekend is here. Hang tight, guys, and let the room load up a little bit more. I'm going to grab my drink. I'll be right back. And don't even start the shit. Strike first. Don't even start it. I will be right back. And I'm back. You know what? Fuck y'all. Every one of y'all. Ooh, excuse me. I got my unsweetened sweet tea with ass cubes. I'm ready to go. You know what? Motherfuckers. I'm telling you right now. Why are y'all sitting in here? You should be on stage doing stand up. You're all so fucking funny. Ha ha. Ha ha. Very funny, motherfucker. Swear to God. Okay. Go ahead and start your donations for the toilet paper. Do it. Please do. Everybody, donate, please, for toilet paper and air freshener. Gotta have it. I went to get a drink, Stacy, so no matter what they say, they're full of shit. Just so you say. Just so you know. Completely. You guys are a-holes. Barking a-holes. Barking ice holes. That is what I use, by the way, Kyle, is the wipes. So, by the way, can you guys see that? See that right there? See? There you go, right there. And here's another one, just like it. Funny guys. Oh shit! Hold on a minute. Damn it. Origin, you mean? Origin? Okay. So funny. So funny. What's up, Veda? How you doing? Welcome, Heather. How we doing tonight? Oh, you're gonna act like you didn't see it. You didn't see that, Brandy? You know you saw it. You gonna make me do it again? You just want me to do it again. That's all. I'll do it again. No worries. Hold on one moment. Just for you. And here we go. There's that one. Oh, my nails are dirty. I like yard work and stuff today. Sorry, guys. And there's the other one that matches it. See it? Yep. My apologies. My nails are dirty. That don't never happen. So it's dark in here. Huh? Spooky. Is it spooky? It's spooky in here. Yeah. Spooky, spooky. Scary things happen when it's spooky. What is going on here? Why is my computer doing this? Oh, I accidentally clicked something. Damn it. Let's see what happens when I do this. Ooh, spooky, spooky. How about that one? Anybody piss themselves? Haha. That's a kind of fucked up looking mask, ain't it? We'll do my live streams like this from now on. What do you guys think? Whoa. Is it scurry? What do you think? Should I do it like this from now on? Does it work? It's got to look better, doesn't it? Yeah. Just a little scurry. Just a little. Anyway, I love clowns. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Yeah, I figured as much. It is muffled. Sorry. So I seen a bunch of you guys were in there. Everybody thought it was a good stream. I take it. Weirdo. I'm a weirdo. Do you think I'm weird, Robin? Come on now. Am I weird? Honestly, I can't be any weirder than anybody else on here. Honestly. I mean, maybe a little bit, but anyway, whatever. It's all good. Thanks, you guys. Though I appreciate having you guys in here. I'm in a good mood tonight, so we should have fun tonight. Or at least try to. Yeah, a little bit, Kyle. I got a few clown masks. I made one actually. Anybody that knows what American Horror Story is, anybody that knows Twisty the Clown, I have that mask. I did that one year for Halloween. We went to a Halloween party. I scared the shit out of people. I did not realize how many people were afraid of that clown. Oh, sorry guys. I'll put that up while I'm smoking. Don't want to offend anyone. So what's going on tonight, everybody? You guys have a great day today. I told you guys that we're here this morning to have a great day today, so you better have had a great day today. Nothing wrong with being weird. That's what I say, Robin, because why be like everybody else? That's not fun. You know what I mean? Being like everybody else is just not fun. It's boring. Good deal, Kyle. Glad to hear it. Good to hear it, Heather. You guys got to make the best of every day we have because you never know tomorrow's not promised. You know, I hate to say that, but unfortunately, where's everybody else at? Come on, everybody. I know some people are probably sleeping now. And again, I'm sorry it's late. Like I said, I just wanted to respect Charlie's live stream, and I wanted to give my full attention to it too. So that's cool. Good stuff, Robin. How's Grandma doing? Cool, cool. That's like one of my favorite meals, Sammy, is homemade sub sandwiches. Love it, love it. There she is. What's up, Kimberly? How are you tonight, dear? Hope you're doing good. Going to watch it. What movie you? What are you gonna go watch, Sammy? 96. God bless her, Robin. God bless her. That's awesome. What are you going to see, Sammy? Or what are you going to watch at home? Oh yeah, definitely proud of him, Kimberly. Definitely. That's just not easy to do, guys, and that takes you could tell in the beginning he didn't even want to do it, but that takes a lot to do that kind of shit. And again, like I said in the beginning of my stream, he owned every fucking thing he's done, as always. And Us. Oh yeah, that's kind of a fucked up movie, Sammy. I've seen that one. Turn the surround sound on and shut the lights off and watch. I'm telling you, dude. It is not easy at all, guys. Not easy at all. And like I said, I respect the hell out of him for being able to do that in front of all them people. Excuse me. Sorry. So yeah, good luck with that movie, Sammy. That one was a little fucked up. Had me jumping a little bit. I wonder if I could do. Maybe I could cut the mouth out of that, and I'd be. You guys would hear me better, and I could just. Yeah, me too, Sammy. I love them. That one's a good one. It really is. If you if you get a chance, if you haven't seen it already, go see the new The Devil Made Me Do It, the new Conjuring movie. Newer, I should say. That was another one that was fucked up. Yeah, like I said, maybe I can cut the mask out or the mouth out of this, and I'll just do all my live streams with this from now on. What do you think? Hello, hello. Yeah, it's definitely muffled. But if I cut the mouth out, yeah, I've seen Mother. Definitely. Oh, you've never seen me, Kimberly? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to scare you or ruin your night if you did. Sorry about that. Sorry, sorry. I have, Sammy. I love Halloween. It's my favorite time of year. I have definitely done that. Have a good night, Kyle. Thanks for popping in again. I have a whole shitload of masks. I collect all sorts of horror shit. Everything. Everything you can think of, guys. I got it. I have the movie mask for Michael Myers. I have the movie mask for Friday the 13th. Um, I got like three or four of the Slipknot masks. I can't find those. They're packed away in a box in my attic, I think. Um, hey, PM, how are you tonight, hon? Excuse me. I thought you saw me before, Kim. Well, I appreciate the compliment. I tend to disagree, but I appreciate it anyway. Pook's in the house. What's up, Pookie Pook? Good to hear, Pam. Good to hear. I want Pookie's opinion. What do you think, Pookie? Just out of curiosity. Do you think I should start doing my streams like this? I'd have to cut the mouth out, though. can't hear me when I talk, but respect to my wife. Oh, why? Because she puts up with my ugly ass. Is that what you're saying, Kim? Just kidding. I have two screen masks. Um, I have a whole shitload of masks, guys. I have all sorts of makeup applications. I have all that stuff because, like I said, I went to school for that kind of shit a long time ago. So, excuse me. I got like three or four different clown masks, but this one's my favorite. Like I said, I bet if I cut the mouth out right here and then blacked out my mouth, that'd look kind of cool. Maybe. Put that on with a hoodie and just do my streaming that way. Wonder Woman Robin. What's up? What's up? Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I got this one was kind of expensive, and it's you know what? It's one of those plastic masks, but it's made a little bit better. It's got the padding inside, but I picked it up last year because I was doing a specific type thing that I was doing for a Halloween party, and it's real hard. It's not like the real flimsy ones. It's very hard. So it's a good mask. It cost me like I don't know $40. I got a bunch of them. Like I said, I got like three or four. I think I got four of the Slipknot masks. I have the movie Michael Myers mask, the movie Friday the 13th mask. Um, I got two screen masks. I got the like it's when I have the movie one, and then I have one that glows in the dark. It's kind of corny. I have another Michael Myers mask that bleeds. That one's kind of corny too. It's a little cheaper, but I have the Twisty the Clown mask, and I have the mouth application for that. I got some other shit too. I don't know. I got a lot of shit. I've been collecting this stuff for years. The one thing I don't have that I would like to get is I would like to get one of the form fitting movie style Freddy Krueger masks that like fits to your eyes like real tight here. I want one of those. Halloween stores, the ones that are 365 a year, awesome to get man. Yeah, we have one here. Um, that sells shit like that all year long. I think it's called Party On, and they sell costumes and masks all year long. And then come Halloween, they get more of the other stuff in too. So I love Halloween, guys. Love it. Love that time of year. I love the holiday. Usually from October 1st on through till October 31st. Actually, I kind of start early. Right after, I'd say like right around the 20th of October, I start watching the damn movies all the time. Anything I can watch. Um, all the way through Halloween night. We always have a Halloween party here, and we go all out for our Halloween parties. They're pretty solid too. Hold on, guys. Like what you want to hear? Story time with Papa Dago, huh? What kind of stories you want to hear? I can tell you some true shit that's gone on around here. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim. Yeah, go do that. I'll be here for a while, so if you need to, you want to come back, you're more than welcome to come back. I hope she feels better. Papa Dago. That's funny as hell. Well, have I ever been haunted? Me personally, no. My wife, yes. Mm, the houses I've lived in, yes. So this isn't real scary. I'll give you a couple instances. My wife seems to be a magnet for this shit. And like I said, back in the day, I didn't believe in this stuff, okay? It was just like one of them, yeah, right, whatever. What the fuck, you're crazy shit. And so we and her first got together probably about 2 years into us, ouch, 2 years into us being together. So we were living in this house. It was her house. I moved in with her. So it is a big 4 bedroom house. It was in the city. It is an older house that had some additions put onto it, so on and so forth. So, so I'm gonna give you like 3 or 4 instances of shit that happened in this house. Like I said, it's not really scary, but they giving you the stink eye. That's funny. Um, so like I told you guys before, we have 7 kids together, and when we first started dating, we didn't have my youngest child yet. She had her 3, and I had my 3, and I had custody of my boys. She had custody of her kids, so they were all in the house together. We all lived together, and absolutely, Robin, that stuff is not fun, especially for a baby. Um, I hope she's okay, Kim. That's all I can say. So, sorry, guys. I don't like to smoke on camera, but when I get talking, it happens. So anyway, so on the weekends, my kids would go visit their mother, and her kids would go visit their father, and it was just usually me and her there. So one night, it's probably about 6, 7 o'clock at night, right? And the sun had just gone down. It was in the wintertime. And we've always loved watching like scary movies, whatever movies we can watch. We love that kind of stuff together. And we were watching, I can't remember what it was. I think it was Amityville. That's one we used to watch a lot. Why? What's going on with Robin? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't like to like do it on camera because it offends people. So that's why I try not to. I'm sorry, Robin, if it did. Excuse me. I shouldn't smoke either. Fucking asthma. I'm a dumbass. But I'm almost done with this one. We were sitting here watching the movie, and we had just got into it. And with 6 kids at that time, we had 6 in the house all the time. We're used to hearing the kids running around upstairs, and they're playing and arguing, fighting. You're always sitting downstairs on the couch, and you hear thump 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 thump, and thump 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 thump. And, you're like, okay, whatever. So after a point, you start to get used to that, to where you just like kind of ignore it. You blow it off, and you just don't really hear it anymore. So this night, me and my wife were sitting here watching this movie, and we start hearing like sounded like stomping around upstairs, like the kids usually do. I didn't hear it at first; she did. Oh, okay, Brandy. I'm sorry, you gotta go. See, I'm telling a story and you're leaving me now? What's that all about? Jeez. And I got my camera on. The sacrifices I make for everybody and they just don't respect it. God. And you're making fun of me talking about me going to the bathroom when I'm going to get my tea. I guess you owe me now, Brandy. You owe me something now. I'm just kidding with you. Don't worry about it, hon. I understand. I'm just playing with you. I'm in a weird ass mood tonight, guys. So please excuse me. I'm a little hyper but anyway, good luck with your busy day tomorrow, Brandy. I hope you have a great night tonight. Thanks for popping in. As long as you did, I appreciate you and I love you guys to death. Like I said, I'll talk to you soon, Brandy. Or I love you to death. Sorry, I didn't mean you guys because nobody else is leaving yet. But anyway, sorry guys. So we're sitting here watching this movie, and we start hearing the little thump thumps going around on top, and I wasn't paying attention to it. She heard it, and she looks over, and she's like, or actually, what she did was she was like, "Knock it off up there." And we're both watching the movie, and then at the very same time after she said that, because I heard it after that, and I thought that's what she was saying. As soon as she said, "We like," she looked up, she said, "Knock it off," and we go back to watch the movie for like 30 seconds, and we both go, "What the fuck?" Like that. And then she goes, "You heard that, right?" And I said, "Yeah, I heard that." And she was like, "Uh, you need to go upstairs and see what the hell that was." And I said, "I ain't going up there. You're out of your damn mind." Because we both realized the kids weren't there. So I get up, I walk upstairs, I walk through the whole upstairs, all four bedrooms. I go, there was no attic. I mean, there was an attic, but it wasn't like a walk up attic. It was more like one of those, like you push the thing up and it's like you crawl up inside there, like a crawl space type thing. Ugh, excuse me. So there's nothing up there. Nothing. I go back to the stairs. She stands at the bottom of the stairs with her arms crossed, looking at me like this. And I said, "There's nothing here." "Oh, thanks, Beta. I appreciate you." And I'm like, "There's nothing here." She goes, "There's something up there moving around." I said, "No, there's really not." So I come back downstairs and I'm walking down the stairs looking behind me as I'm walking down. I'm like, what the hell was that? So we go back to watching the movie and it's quiet. We get like three-quarters of the way through the movie and then we hear like a upstairs. And I said, "Okay, listen," I said, "I love you and all. I said, and this is great." I said, "But I think I'm going to have to go and stay with my mom for a while because, like, what the fuck was that? There's nobody here." and she's like, "If you're leaving, I'm leaving." So there was that, and then we kind of like huddled together on the couch, turned the movie off. We turned on Robin Williams live at the Met because we wanted to watch something funny after that. Because you um, what do you mean Dago left? I'm right here. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I was about to leave. For real though. But anyway, so there was that, and then um, let me think. It was probably like about a month later. We were doing laundry down in the basement, and she was downstairs doing stuff, and I was upstairs in the living room folding it. She was washing, and then we would switch back and forth, bringing it up, folding it, putting it away, and all this kind of stuff. And there was something that I needed to look up in the newspaper, and I just realized it. So she didn't hear me though because she was doing laundry and doing this and doing that, and um, I yelled down the stairs. I'm like, "Hey, hon, I'm gonna take off and run down the corner, get a paper. I'll be right back." She didn't say nothing, but I just figured whatever she heard me. So I go out, jump in my car, take off, go get a newspaper, and I come back. And as I walk back in the back door, she comes walking up the stairs, and she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I went to get a paper." She goes, "Wait, what?" I said, "I just told you that." I yelled, "Oh, hey, Morty, what's up, hon?" Um, and by the way, I hate that fucking movie. Oh, Amityville Robin. I'm sorry, that's one of my favorites. But yeah, so she's like, "What? Where you? Where did you go?" And I said, "I went to the store." I yelled downstairs and told you I was going to the store. She goes, "No, the fuck you didn't." I said, "Yes, I did. I went to the store." She goes, "Joe, or well, whatever. You guys know my name." She was like, "Joe, I've been talking to you for like 15 minutes." I said, "No, you haven't, because I've been gone for 20." She's like, "No, I've been talking to you." She goes, "I swear to God." She goes, "I was down here folding laundry, and I swear I heard somebody say Brandy, Brandy, Brandy." And I didn't say her name when I left. I was just like, "Hey, hon, I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be right back." That's what I said to her. I walked past the basement door, going out the back door. Um, and she's like, "No, hon, I'm telling you that I was talking to you for like the past 15 minutes." And I said, "And I'm telling you, no, you haven't been, because I've been gone for 20 minutes." And she just looked at me, and then I stared at her, and I'm like, "Oh my God, what the fuck?" You know? So there was that. And the one that got the cake for me when I decided I didn't want to live in that house anymore, um, we went to bed one night. Again, the kids were at their other parents for the weekend, and we're upstairs in bed watching TV and just laying there. And she was like, "I want this or that," or something like that. And I'm like, okay." And she just looked at me, and I'm like, "Okay, I'll go get it." She wanted me to go get her something to drink and a snack or something, I think it was. So, so I jump up and I go downstairs and I walk into the kitchen, and this is 100%. I swear on my kids, guys. I walk into the kitchen. Now this kitchen was huge. Okay, it was one of those type that had the oven built into the wall, double oven, and then it had the cooktop stove that was on the counter, and there was like 3,500 cupboards in there, top and bottom. It was crazy. So I walk into the kitchen, and every cupboard door is wide open, every damn one of them, and the drawers were pulled out, not all the way out, just pulled out a bit. And I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck?" So I shut all of the doors, cupboard doors, and pushed the drawers back in. I go upstairs, and I was like, "Hun, what the fuck? Why did you leave all the cupboard doors open?" Because we had done dishes and stuff that before we went to bed and all that shit. So I just figured that's what it was. And um, no, I'm good, Morty. I'm definitely not going to do that. And she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "Every fucking cupboard, you got to leave every one of them open." She goes, "I didn't leave any cupboards open. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're full of shit." And I said, "No, I'm dead serious. Every cupboard was open, and some of the doors were open." She was like, I didn't do that, Joe." And I said, "Well, I didn't do it, so there's nobody else here. You tell me who did it." She goes, it wasn't me." I said, "Okay, whatever." So I go upstairs, and I'm sitting there looking at her. I'm laying there on the bed staring at her like, why is she lying to me? Why is she fucking with me? Why are you fucking with me? You know what I mean? And we're watching TV, and about half hour goes by, and she's like, "Oh, I want some cookies too." And I'm like, "Damn, really?" And I was like, "Go get them then if you want them so bad." She was like, "Really?" Because I'm that guy. I do everything for her, and she knows I will. So I'm like, "Whatever." I get up out of the bed and stomp out of the room like a 5-year old because I'm irritated. Go downstairs. Swear to God, and I know for a fact that I shut every fucking one of the cupboard doors. Not all of them this time, but like 3 of them were open and 2 drawers were open. I yelled like a bitch. I was like, "Wah!" Just like that. And I yelled, I said, "Come down here right fucking now." She come running because she thought I hurt myself or something. She walks in the kitchen and goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm going, "Did you see?" She was like, "You did that shit on purpose. You're fucking with me." I said, "No, the fuck I didn't. I closed every fucking one of these." And the cupboards, guys, were the cupboards that were from the 50s, like the wood panel. And they had that, like that little clip that pushes into the roller and it locks and it holds it. So you can't just, like, they don't pop open. You know what I mean? They lock when you shut them, like latch when you shut them. So, yeah, I did. I yelled like a bitch, Pookie, and I'm not afraid to say it because I did. It scared the fuck out of me because I had just shut every fucking cupboard in the room. And she was like, "See, I told you I didn't fucking do it." She's okay with this shit. See, that's what pisses me off. Completely the fuck okay because she's used to it, I guess. And I said, "Yeah, that's a prerequisite. You could have told me this shit before me and you started doing the thing." You know what I mean? I wasn't even down for that after that. And she was like, and then she tells me a story about a few other things that happened to her before me and her even hooked up. And I'm like, uh huh, yeah. See, you trapped me into this bullshit because you didn't want to be in this fucked up house by yourself. Here we are. So whatever. So anyway, that was the last thing that happened in that house. And I'm trying to think. There was something else. I can't. There's something happened with our phone. I want to say it was like the phone kept ringing and there was nobody. That I almost did pee, Morty. Like literally, I almost peed. I think it was like a drop and a half, Pookie. And then when I screamed, I really did scream like a bitch too. That's the sad part. And everybody on the other side of fucking YouTube is probably gonna get a kick out of that one. Oh, he told you he's a bitch. His high pitched voice. He's Hermie. He doesn't like to make toys. He wants to be a dentist. Fucking 5-headed bitch. Anyway, so anyhow, so we moved out of that house, right? And the very next house we moved into, um, my grandmother or my wife's grandmother had passed away, unfortunately. Um, and when she did, there were certain things that we got from her house that my wife wanted because, they were important to her. And one of the things is there was this huge wall, like wall sized painting that her grandmother had. And it had like the glass, like a photo would have over top of it the glass, and the painting was behind the glass. So, um, and it was hanging in our hallway to this house, and we moved from that big ass monsters house to a ranch style house, a brick house. That the basement was all completely um, remodeled, 2 bedrooms down there, 3 bedrooms upstairs. Anyway, so we had her mom, my wife's mother, who lives with me, my mother-in-law, me, my wife. I think my daughter was in the car with us. We had left to go somewhere, and this was right after her grandmother had died. Like, in fact, I think we were going to. I'm trying to remember because this was a long time back. Literally, this was like 15 years ago. We were going to. I think we had to go to the funeral home to do something. Is what it was. That's why we were all together. So anyway, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to remember. And where's Popper? I don't see Popper. Is he in here? I see Morty. Oh, there he is. What's up, bro? So anyway, so I pull in the driveway, and my driveway was kind of at an angle, and I get out to run in and grab something we forgot. I think it was like a file that had like information in it for the funeral home, which is why we had to go back to the house. And then my wife had to go to the bathroom, so she came in behind me. Yeah, he's a ninja. I told you guys. I told him before. He's like a ninja. He just pops up out of nowhere. Um, so I walked into our bedroom and I grabbed the file, and she goes into the bathroom, which was directly across from our bedroom, and I'm in there grabbing it. Um, and then she comes out of the bathroom, and we walk through the hallway to go back towards my front door at the same time. It was me, then my wife. So my mother in law is sitting in the back seat of our car, and she's watching through the door, the front door, because I had the glass screen door. You can see right through it to the hallway as we're walking through the hallway. We go out the door, get in the, lock the door up and everything, get in the car, and she's sitting there just like that. And my wife, she goes, "What's wrong with you, Mom?" She goes, "I just saw my mother." And uh, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Um, anyway, and my wife was like, "What?" And I turned around, looked at her. I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" She goes, "I just saw my mother walking behind you and Brandy as you were coming out the front door." I said, "Shut the fuck up." There's no. What are you talking about? Because I am telling you, and the look on her face, like she don't play around with shit like that. She's not into that kind of shit. She doesn't joke like that, especially like with her mother just dying like a week before that. And I said, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "I watched you walk past the picture, and this is the picture that was her grandmother's that we had hanging on our wall." So when we went over to the house, like there's a whole backstory behind the reason why we grabbed the things we grabbed as fast as we did, but I'll get into that another time. But anyway, and she wanted that picture up on the wall because it was her grandmother's and it was a piece of her grandmother. She was very close with her grandmother, so that's why we put that picture up like immediately. And the reflection off the mirror and all that. And she said she watched us walk past and she watched her mother walk right behind us. And I'm like, okay. I didn't believe it. But then um, we'd be sitting in the house and like out of nowhere, and this happened to me um, and my wife at the same time. We'd be sitting on the couch, and this is a whole different house, guys, mind you. So I'm telling you these stories because I think it's my wife that's haunted, not our houses. We'd be sitting in the house. This happened 3 times in the same house I'm talking about. Where, hold on a second, please, guys. Sorry, my son keeps going back and forth between the thing. But anyway, we'd be sitting there. We're just sitting there doing nothing, talking, whatever. And all of a sudden, we both smelled the perfume that her grandmother used to wear out of nowhere. Like my wife didn't wear it. Nobody else in the house wore it. It would just pop up out of nowhere. And I'm like, that's weird. And I read about some of that kind of stuff, happening when I did when I got my paranormal investigator's license online. I did a whole lot of research, and you got to do all this bookwork crap and everything. And there's a lot of stuff like that that happens, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't do all that stuff till after that happened, but that's one of the things that made me want to do it. So there was that at that house, and then there was a couple other things at different places. There's one big one I'm going to tell you guys about that really flipped my like. I completely flipped my shit, and that's when I started really truly believing in some crazy shit. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I think that was it until we moved into the one house. So this was a few years after. Literally, this was like just 5 years ago that this happened. Um, so my oldest son has 3 kids and an ex girlfriend that he had the kids with, and um, the I'm trying to think of what happened that this happened. Something went down with them or something. He couldn't handle their rent and stuff like that. Oh, for hold on one second, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, so something happened and they couldn't. Sorry for the interruptions. Anyway, um, something happened and they couldn't afford their rent or something anymore. They ran into a bad spot, and they had or two small kids at that time. Sorry, very young. Like one was 3 months old, and the other one was a year. So yeah, my grandson was a year, my granddaughter was 3 months, and then the third one that came right after this. So anyway, so he called, and we're talking about what happened, this and that. And I told him, I said, well, you guys can come stay here. Um, Shit happens, and it's my kid. I'm not gonna let him go out on the street. So a couple days later, they show up, and they're bringing all this stuff in. And I had gotten the one bedroom set up for him, and they had the youngest one was in a bassinet, the other one was in a crib, and then they had a bed that him and her shared in this room. It wasn't a real big room, but it was big enough for that. So they move in. And this happened the day that they moved in, or no, the day after they moved in. I'm sorry. So they move all their stuff in and everything, and I already had like a clothing basket, a little small clothes basket that I kept like the baby toys in my living room so that when they would come in, they could have somewhere to play for all my grandkids. And it would sit over here next to my entertainment stand, my TV, and all that stuff. So they had moved all their stuff in. They got settled in that room, and I'm sitting on I had a sectional couch that faced my TV, and my front door was over here. And the it was summertime. Yeah, it was summertime. So him and his girlfriend and the two kids decided to go out the front into the front yard and play with the uh, excuse me, the babies in the front yard. And I'm sitting on the couch watching something. I can't remember what the hell I was watching. And the basket is sitting next to the TV stand right over there, and it's like directly in front of me. The TV's here, the basket's over here on the floor, and the basket was probably about, if you guys can see, it was about that big around. You probably can't see my other hand, but it's about that big around. So, oh, for God's sakes, hold on a second. Okay, it's not the bathroom. My son keeps interrupting me for whatever reason. I don't know, but my apologies. Anywhere. Oh yeah. So anyway, they go outside through the front yard. My wife was, I think she was in the kitchen cooking or something, and I'm sitting there watching something on TV. They walk outside, shut the screen door, front door's wide open, and as I'm watching TV, I watched, and there was something on top of the basket, and it jumped out of the basket and hit the floor, and then another one came out after it. I'm like, okay, so the basket was overflowing. I thought. So I get up and I walk over and picked up the things and put it in there. It wasn't overflowed. They leveled off right to the top of the edge of the basket. Whatever. I didn't say nothing else. Went on about my business. 2 days later, the kids come out and they're playing in the living room with some stuff. Um, they weren't even messing with the toys. They were playing over here with me because wrestling around with my grandson and stuff like that. My wife is sitting over here. I'm sitting here. My son's sitting over here. Everybody saw it this time. And then we decided to turn on a Disney movie. And my granddaughter, she was the 3 month old. She falls asleep in her little rocker chair thing, and my grandson gets up here and he sits between me and my son. And I don't remember what movie it was, but we're sitting there watching it. And the basket, no bullshit, guys. The whole basket flipped over, like out of nowhere. It just flipped the fuck over, turned upside down. I paused the movie. I looked at my wife. I looked at my son. I handed the remote to my wife, and I said, "I love you all, but bye." And I got up and I walked out the front door, and I stayed out on the front porch for the next hour and a half. And they're like, they walked out behind me at first, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm not going back in there. Fuck you and fuck you. There's no way in hell." The basket flipped completely upside down. Like nobody touched it. Nothing over there could have done that. It was full of toys. It flipped over. So there was that. Now, here's the deal, guys. When I moved into this house, what had happened was the house that I was living in, we were still renting way back then. And the house I was living in at that point in time was being sold, so I had to move quick. Excuse me, like within a month. I had 30 days to move, find a place, and this and that and everything else. And it wasn't that easy to find something that would fit all of us, and so on and so forth. So a buddy of mine was uh, the auditor for the county. Yeah, I was scared, strike, no lie, scared shitless. Um, so I called him up. I knew he had rental properties. I'm like, dude, I need some place to go like yesterday. Do you have anything? He goes, I don't right this moment, but I will have in like a week. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay. I mean, to the day, I was moving out of my house into this house the day that I was supposed to be out by. So didn't really get to talk to him much about it. He had just bought this house, I guess, and didn't know much about it himself. So we had been living there. This shit all happened. I think we were in there for like 3 months when this shit happened. Okay, and it had just become summer, so we're outside more, And I start to get to know the neighbors a little bit. And I'm talking to the lady that's on the right side of me, and I'm like, yeah, "Sorry about that." I said, introduced ourselves, and we started talking and doing this and doing that, and talking about the house and so on and so forth. Well, I guess they are the ones that owned the house before my landlord bought the house, and um, anyway, and I guess the lady that owned, like, that was my neighbor, I guess her best friend lived there. Like, they were really close. And she's like, yeah, we had to sell it. It just had some bad memories and this and that. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, is there something wrong with the house that I need to know? It's like, does it flood, or is the basement going to blow up, or the plumbing bad, or electrical screw? No. She goes, my best friend lived there and she died in it 6 months ago. And I went, uh, okay. What do you mean she died? She goes, well, she was really sick, and she, you know, had all these health problems and everything. And like, I guess she lived there with her son and her husband. And her son was like 26 or something like that. And he was kind of a special. I think he was autistic, and like really, really autistic though. And the husband worked all the time, and the woman was bedridden for the most part. So amazingly enough, her bedroom was the bedroom that my son and his girlfriend and my grandkids were staying in. And she died. The day she died, the way it was told to me was that she went to bed the night before and she wasn't feeling good. And that I guess they were used to her sleeping like long periods of time. The husband worked like 12, 13 hours a day, and the son actually took care of her for on a regular basis, and knew that when she was sleeping just to leave her alone. So I guess she went to bed the night before at like 9 o'clock at night, and must have died sometime in the middle of the night. And they never checked on her till 5, 6 o'clock the next day, thinking she was just sleeping. So she had been gone all that time. Okay, and like I called my landlord. I'm like, motherfucker, you did not tell me. Like, what the fuck did you just do to me? And he's like, dude, and he laughed a little bit. I said, this shit ain't funny. You ain't living here. He's like, I didn't know. Nobody told me anything. All I knew was that the woman wanted out of the house. She didn't want to own it anymore. Blah, 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 blah. I said, you're going to tell me you didn't know. He goes, I knew that the lady that lived there died. I didn't know she died in the house. Oh, okay. Nice detail to probably figure out before you rent the house to somebody else. And I wondered what it was because when I moved into the house, we clean every house we've ever moved into. We clean it before we move in it, whether it's clean or not. I just don't like. I don't trust. And I've told you guys before, I'm anal retenant. I don't trust other people cleaning shit. So there was a very very slight odor of something in that room, and I thought it was just like maybe a dog had they had had a dog and it had maybe shit or pissed on the floor and it stained it or something because I've seen that happen. Um, it, no, it was that woman's body being in there for 14 hours. Okay, so so I told my son this isn't funny either, but I told my son the story, and he was like, yeah, I need a new bedroom. Where do you want me to put you? That's the only bedroom I had. I said, you can go to the basement. Your brother has, because the style of house it was like Cape Cod. The whole attic was one like giant bedroom. Then my wife's bedroom was here, and my wife's bedroom was over, or my son's bedroom was the extra room over there. And I was like, so you are kind of stuck, dude, if you unless you want to move out. And he stayed in there, and that was that. Well, come to find out, Trina, which was my neighbor, I guess she told me that her girlfriend Barbara, which is the lady that passed away in the house, loved kids, and Trina, I told her what had happened, and she thinks that all of that was her friend's spirit because she was in the house so much. Which again, this is stuff that I really don't have trouble like believing in. But after seeing that, I kind of did. There was a couple other small things that happened, like the doors open and close in that room by themselves completely. I would sit on the couch, and my hallway was over here, and I would watch the door open and close, open and close. I would go close the door, and it would latch, and it would open back up, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, Dago, I thought the health department take care of that. I don't know, Broken. I don't know how that works. I've never I've done body removals when I was with the fire department and stuff like that, where there has been odors. I don't know what goes on after that, so I don't know. And it wasn't like real bad. Okay, it was just a very slight tinge of, like I said, it almost smelled like old dog piss or something like that. You know what I mean? It was. I know what decomposition smells like, and it wasn't really that. So I don't know if that's actually what the smell was, but as soon as I heard that, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Okay, it was just weird, very very weird, and there was always a very weird feeling when I would go in that room for anything before my son moved in there and after he moved out of the house because he didn't stay with me long after that. Um, so like I said, the doors would open and close on the only on that room only. So I don't know, man. That was like the most in depth thing that's ever happened to me, like in my own space, if you know what I'm saying. Definitely an issue. We moved out of that place. We moved to one more house, and then I got into the same situation where I had to move out. And every place that I have lived in, I'm not lying to you. That's why I said I think my wife is haunted. Um, I she hears and sees things and like people walking up and down the stairs. She hears voices upstairs all the time. I've heard things walking around. I think it has something to do with her. Honest to God, I really do. But yeah, I think that I think it's up to the owner of the home, Broken. Honestly, to deal with it. I've never heard of anything that had anything to do with the health department. But I mean, if that's the case, then they didn't do a good job. That's all I can say. But I do think that it needs to be dealt with before you can rent out a rental property. That's one thing I do think is a fact. Like you cannot just rent a house to somebody that has that smell or that has had some issues like that. I know that like if there's been like a murder scene or a suicide or something like that where there's blood and stuff, it has to be dealt with either completely, like you have to replace the floorboards, carpeting, paint, scrub, whatever you have to do to get that out of the house because you cannot legally rent a house with that kind of stuff in it. I do know that much, so you might be right. Um, but that was like I said, the most in depth thing that's happened to me in my own space. So pretty wicked, in my opinion, and definitely freak you out. So, like I said, it's not really scary stuff. It's just situations, I guess you could say. I heard stuff too. Okay, like, well, what have you heard, Heather? Um, I've seen some things happen at other places that weren't my own place. There's a story about a place out here called. We have two places well, three places actually that we used to go visit when we were younger. Um, the one place is called Hatchett's Hollow, um, and it's off in a rural area, and it's all run down now. And the story behind that one was that there was and it's been going on. Hold on one moment, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, star. Oh, cool. This happened at my apartment building recently. The woman that lived there was a hermit and wasn't found until 3 weeks later, and nobody heard from her or got her rent. I've dealt with actually quite a few of those things. Um, when I was in EMS and doing removals, I've seen that happen multiple times, guys. It's kind of it's nasty. It really is. It's sad too. I had one where I think I told you guys before, where the guy had passed away in the middle of summer on a waterbed that was heated, and he was in an upstairs apartment, and he had been gone for I think 3 or 4 months, and nobody had checked on him, and we had to take that out of there, and it was a really big mess, and it was very hard to hold together. It was like real, like almost like a pile of like sludgy, slimy. I mean, you could tell it was still a person, but not very close. Like not very easily. I'll just put it that way. Let's see here, Heather. Things move around or drop while trying to sleep. A bowl lifting enough to make a noise on the counter. Do you have animals, Heather? Do you have cats or anything like that? Oh yeah, I would imagine you would have to, Star, because that's a bad smell. It does not go away. Um, I wish they did too. I have um, I have these right here, Beta. Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo that I'm trying to take donations for to upgrade my computer so I can do more with it. I'm trying to get a hard drive right now so that I can do other things because my system doesn't support the stuff that I do. But I do have those, and donations are definitely appreciated. They really are, um, more than you know. Um, uh, so you have cats, but you were alone in the room. Okay. See, and a lot of times, yeah, there you go. Animals will see and hear things before we do, and they get. Uh, oh yeah, 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 and that's that nicotine yellows the walls, and it's got a strong smell. Right. I got you, Heather. I understand. Well, like I said, guys, I didn't believe a lot of this stuff. I'm one of those people that, with anything, Bigfoot, UFOs, ghosts, this, that, anything else you can think of, you got to show me. I got to see it, or I'm not going to believe you. Okay. The ghost thing. That's why I got into the ghost hunting thing because I was a skeptic and I didn't believe it, so I wanted to see something. And I have. I'll just put it that way. The group that we have, like I said before, it was called the Trumbull Researchers of Apparitions and the Paranormal, so TRAP for short. And we we went and did an overnight ghost hunt at the Moundsville Reformatory. I think I told some of you guys this already. It's the prison that they filmed Shawshank Redemption at, and that show that MTV used to do. They filmed some stuff down there for the Mossman thing. It's in Moundsville, West Virginia. Ouch. Sorry, guys. And there was some creepy, crazy shit that went on there. We went. The hell was that called? The Sugar Shack down below, and it was an indoor recreational place for the prisoners to go for rec time when it was raining or snowing or cold outside. They would go down there and they would have rec time down there. And on the other side of that was like the boiler room where I think I told you guys the story once, but where the warden had what do you call it? What do they call people that are in prison or in jail that they have like extra special privileges? There's a name for them. I know the name of it and I can't think of it right now. Oh shit. Anyway, this one guy that they had, his name was Red. Excuse me again. And he knew how to do all that boiler shit because the prison trustee. Thank you, Robin. He was like the head trustee, and the warden's bitch basically is what they called him. And he knew how to do all that boiler stuff to keep everything heated because there was a giant boiler that heated the entire prison, I guess. And so because he was a trustee to the warden, basically all he was a snitch, and he flipped on everybody in there, everything they did. So he became the warden's bitch. And because he did the boiler shit, the warden let him go and have the whole boiler area was his cell, basically. That's where he lived at. And he had a room set up down there. There was a shower of his own bathroom. He had his bed. He had a TV down there, I guess. This happened in the 70s, I believe, the late 70s. A radio. He had a little like workout area of his own. They would bring his food to him down there. He didn't have to go to the cafeteria because they knew that he would get fucked with because he was a snitch and everybody had it out for him. Well, I guess I think it was three prisoners, and you guys can look this story up on Google. I might be off by a couple details because it's been a while, but um, three prisoners got free from general pop, and they went downstairs and like that caught this dude taking his shit on the toilet and decapitated him, cut him into pieces after beating the shit out of him because of who he was, and just destroyed him piece by piece by piece. And then I think they got away with it too. So anyway, we went down into that area, and there were six of us down there, and it's a pretty good sized area from like where I was standing, and then I was standing in one spot, and I was doing EVP recordings with my recorder, and my wife was all the way on the other side of the room, which was probably a good 30 feet away from me. Pitch black, you couldn't see shit, and the other four people were just kind of in a circle around us, and the one kid liked to provoke people and provoke spirits, which we didn't really care for, but he thought it was funny. So he's standing there, and I'm doing EVP recordings, and you do that. If there's anybody here, would you like to make contact? Show us a sign, blah, 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 blah. So this kid pops up, and he was a younger guy. He was like 20 or 21. And he's like, yeah, Red, I heard you went out like a bitch, taking a shit, blah, 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 blah. And he's just running. I'm like, dude, come on. Let's not do that. That's not cool, And he just kept going with it, kept going with it. Well, next thing you know, and I'm saying, like, if you're here, Red, please show us a sign. And this dude is like going at this thing, going at this thing. And there was a loud, and I mean loud ass, sounded like somebody dropped a metal, uh, like a manhole cover on concrete, bang, out of nowhere. And then my wife felt like this, uh, like something went up the back of her neck. And she goes, stop doing that, Joe. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, wait, where are you? And I said, over here. Where are you? She goes, oh my God, you're not standing behind me. I said, I'm over here. And I flipped my light on. She seen me. She was like, holy shit. And we took the fuck off. She was freaked the fuck out. So, 30 feet away, it wasn't me because I used to do shit like that to her all the time to fuck with her. But, so that happened. And then this was in the prison, like I said. We got to see the old electric chair. They called it Old Sparky. And it sat kind of in a display area, and while we were standing there looking at it, we were filming it, and there's like the old leather restraints they used to put on your arms when you would get in the chair. They were over this way to the inside of the chair. Well, we were sitting there talking about the chair to the other people in our group, and we were filming it and just reading there was a tab thing there that had the whole history of it. While we were reading it, the fucking the straps flipped over all the way out. And 1 second, guys, I gotta check something. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to kill a spider for my son. So anyway, um, what was I gonna say? Oh, so that happened, and then we went up to one, the fourth level. Okay, and it's like really uh up there. You like they very rarely let people go up there because it's really old up there, and like the floor, the catwalks are kind of rusted out, and it's really, really, really fucking hot up in there. So we went up there to a specific Charles Manson's mother was in this prison, and that was her cell. And we got to read a letter that Charles Manson had written to the prison because he wanted to be transferred from where he was to that prison to be with his mother. So, sorry, I don't mean to keep shaking everything, guys. My allergies are killing me, and I'm like sinuses and all sorts of shit. But my apologies. So, and I guess she died in the prison before that, anything could happen. Um, but they weren't going to let him come there anyway, I guess. But so we went up to that cell, and there was four of us in there, and we did an EVP recording session there. And while we were in there, the um, the beds, there was two beds, and they would like open up and close, or they would open up and or fold flat against the wall because the cells were so small. That way, the inmates had room to do whatever the hell they were doing in there. And this was on the woman's side, so it was a little bit different than the male side was. The cells were a little bit bigger, I guess. I don't know why, but and while we were doing the EVP recording, the the one guy that would run the camera was filming the inside of the cell like this, okay, and they had those mirrors in the cells that were like this big over the sinks, and they weren't real mirrors. They were just like a metal tray put up there to look like a mirror. That was what they got back then. And so he's filming and he's panning around the cell like this, and he hit the mirror. And when he did it, he saw a face, and we saw a face in the video when we went back and watched it. It was kind of fucked up. It wasn't clear, but you could see like a shadow and like eyes and a mouth. Anyway, we're doing EVPs in there, and we went back and checked them. The After the fact. So as I think my wife was the one that was asking on this one if there was anybody there because she was a woman. We figured women to women they would talk. And I'm just holding the recorder and the MF detector in his hand, watching, seeing what was going on. And she said, if there's anybody here, Mrs. So and so, if you're here, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. About 10 minutes. Well, the beds they're up flat against the wall instead of down where they'd be if you were laying on them. So they were both up flat. And these fucking things are old metal fucking like metal grate type things, right? Rusty. They've been up like that for God knows how many years. And as we're doing the EVP recording, right when he panned around, she asked that he saw that face, and next thing you know, the beds both fell flat, like they opened up. I think I actually did pee like 8 to 10 drops, and a little turd came squeezing out the back of my ass for that one. About shit myself completely, guys. No lie. That one scared the fuck out of me. And I ran down the fucking catwalk and down 4 flights of stairs and was on the ground before they even got the fuck out of the fucking cell. So yeah, that one blew me the hell up. Um, so I guess his mother was pretty fucked up, Robin. Just to say. So yeah, that was an interesting scenario. Um, and then we went to the gallows, which are no longer there. They had to tear it down because it was so old, which is where they used to hang people. For anybody that doesn't know what that is, um, they told us a story back there about a guy who had to be hung twice because I mean it's not really funny, but it kind of is. Sorry, Robin. I'm just being honest with you guys. I literally almost had that happen because that scared the absolute shit out of me. Literally almost. So we're standing down underneath the gallows. You look up and there's a big door and the where the would drop open and they'd hang them right through that door, right? So they're telling us this story about this guy that had to be hung twice. um, I guess they hung him the first time and the door didn't work right. So when it released, he only dropped part of the way out and it didn't do the job. And when he finally, they pushed him and he fell out. And when he did, the rope didn't work or something and he fell and hit the ground and he didn't die, mind you. He broke his arms and legs because it's a good 50-foot drop from there to the bottom, okay? Kathleen Maddox. That's right. Cool shit, Broken. Um, so they picked him up, carried him back up the stairs, hooked him back up to the noose, and hung him again. And I'm like, and that time it worked, obviously. I'm like, Jesus, that's crazy. And then they told us another story about a guy that was like four or 500 pounds that was hung for murder, and they walked him up the stairs, walked him over there, put the noose on his neck. He walked out onto the door. They released it, and he dropped, and he was so big that when he dropped through, he was decapitated. It pulled his head straight off his body. And I'm thinking, like, oh, wow, that was a fucking mess. You know what I mean? So that was kind of creepy. But while we're standing out there, we're doing EVP recordings there too. We had a lot of EVPs that came through the yard, stuff like that. A lot of orbs that we picked up on camera. Um, then we got attacked by bats in the cafeteria, which they say happens all the time. And Taps did a. This was way back when Taps was still going early on, and they did an investigation there. And the one guy, I think it was Grant. That's where they found the Shadow Man. He was peeking around the corner in the hallway to the cafeteria. We didn't see the Shadow Man, but we saw that whole area. Like we were there, like literally 2 weeks after Taps was there, I guess. So that was really kind of cool. Um, so there's that. Looks like everybody's must. My stories must suck because everybody's leaving. I'm sorry, guys. I was going to tell you about the Hatchet Hollow story. So if you want to come back and listen to that one, but I need you to give me about a minute or two because I have to go pee pee in the little boy's room, and I know where that's going to go. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And yes, I washed my hands. Anyway, so there was that. That was a fun trip. There was, like I said, a bunch of EVPs, um, some video orb videos. We heard a lot of noises, which um, the building was old as shit. It was built in 18 something. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm sure you guys can Google it. It's the Moundsville Reformatory. Um, we did the Mansfield uh, the Mansfield prison. Or wait a minute, Mansfield Reformatory. That's what that's called. The Moundsville. Well, they were both called that, I believe, but we did both of them, both prisons. The Mansfield was the one that was really creepy. We had a lot of EVPs, and a lot of orb videos there too. We've done private houses. We did a music hall, an opera house. A lot of stuff we've done actually. Um, so, do you guys want me to go into the Hatchet's Hollow story, Crybaby Bridge, or do you just want to do that another time, or do you want to talk about something completely different, or do you just want me to shut up and go to bed? It's up to you guys. You guys are the boss. Da-di-da-di-da. Da-di-da-di. Me too, Broken. I've always wanted to go to Lizzie Borden house. Always. More. More, huh? Well, let me see. Which one would be a good one? Which one would be a better one? Uh,
Hey, how y'all doing?
let me see. Well, that's a good picture. I'm thinking Hatchet's Hollow is probably the best. Yeah, that one's actually creepy. Oh, there's Zombieland too in Coitesville. That's another one that we used to go to. That was kind of fucked up. This is all we used to do when we were teenagers and young, earlier 20s. Is constantly every weekend. That's what we did. It's fun. I don't think I could do it anymore. Honest to God, I'm too old for that shit. I guess I'll do. I'll tell you guys a Hatchet's Hollow story. It's actually kind of interesting. It's really fucked up, but it's interesting. Um, let's see here. So Hatchet's Hollow um, is about. It's a story that happened back in the '60s. Okay. I guess there was a school bus driver that obviously wasn't together in the head. And um, had been like back then they didn't really do background checks and shit like that on you. I was too broken. I still kind of am a nerd. I'm a cool nerd though. At least I've been told that. God, my sinuses are killing me. Sorry, guys. But anyway, so um, like I said, they didn't do background checks back then, and the '60s. There was a lot of drugs. People were on drugs and stuff like that, things like that, and mind altering drugs. So this guy was a bus driver. I think from the story I was heard, he was like in his mid 30s, and he drove for the elementary school. So I think it was the early '60s, yeah. And I guess one day, and it kind of reminded me of a movie I actually saw. The movie came out way after the story did, but um, I guess he picked up a load of kids, and they were young kids, like third, fourth grade. It's kind of a fucked up story, but and took them down this road off. It's a country road because it was all rural area, and um, it happened three different times, I guess. So there was a route that he would take, and there was a like a back road that went off into the woods, and he would pull back there. Um, and he did some things to these kids, okay, that you shouldn't do, and then he would take them home. And it happened three times, and then he got caught, I guess, by uh, somebody that did it. Well, or he got no, I'm sorry, he got caught by somebody that was following the bus and like watched him turn off and kind of like followed him back there and caught him in the act of what he was doing. Like I said, these were younger kids, like second, third, fourth grade, I think. And so I guess a bunch of people, um, some the way the story goes is that I don't quote me that this is 100% true, guys, but it was told by a lot of people that live in the area. So I guess like a bunch of people got together, went and like took this guy from his house, drug him back into that area, and just destroyed him. Cut him up, did this, did that, beat him, shot him, stabbed him, whatever the hell they do. And now Hatchet's Hollow, it's called because that's what he was hatched up with, a hatchet. Um, I guess he haunts the area back in there, and if you drive back in there, you hear like kids crying, you hear people screaming, and you see shadowy shit, stuff like that. And I've been back in there a couple times when I was like 17, and I definitely could hear things. I don't know if it was actually kids crying or people screaming, but I heard weird shit, and it's shit that made the hair stand up on the back of my neck. So there's that. That was one of the places we would go, which is it's pretty. The whole story is pretty fucked up. I'm not a big fan of that one because of the scenario, but and it kind of reminds me of a combination of like the story based on Freddy Krueger and I don't know if anybody ever saw that movie Trick or Treat that has the little dude that carries around the sucker that he was killing people with the sucker, and he wears like the potato sack over his head. Kind of reminds me a little bit of one of the stories in that movie too, combined with the other. But well, geez, you guys want me to tell another story, and everybody's still leaving, so I must be really boring tonight. I'm sorry, guys, I really am. But anyway, um, Crybaby Bridge, and I've actually heard that happen. That's a quick one. There's a bridge that's out way far out, and it's called Five Points out here. It's an old school bridge, and like a metal bridge, and I guess, and it's happened. You drive across the bridge, your car can stall out, and it's hard to start. And I guess if you get out of the car, you're supposed to not park on the bridge. So you're supposed to drive over the bridge and park on the other side. And then you get out of the car and you stand there and you just listen, and you can hear a baby crying because I guess there was a teenage mother that was 15 years old who wasn't supposed to be pregnant, of course, and didn't know what to do. And um, I guess she took the baby out onto the bridge, and after she gave birth to it, and dropped it into the river, and hence, and then hung herself off the bridge. There's the rest of it. And there's the Crybaby Bridge, they call it. So, um, And I've heard like what sounds like a baby crying when I was out there. Literally, no lie. We have a lot of places around here in Ohio. There's actually a book that is out. It's called Scary Places in Ohio, and all of these stories are in this book. And of course, because of it, we've all. What are you doing? Because of it, we've all gone to those places. So, and then Zombieland, that place really scared the fuck out of me. Um, Zombieland is in a place called Coatesville, and it's back in the woods. And there is a natural gas, um, like an eternal flame that always burns because I don't know why, but what it is it's in Coatesville's very country area, and there used to be an insane asylum that was back here. The building's still there, the sign's still on it. Um, it was called the Coatesville Home for the Mentally Ill or some shit like that. And this was from back in the 30s and 40s. Okay, an old brick building. All the windows are busted out. You know, it's got the old school fire escape that scales the side of the building, metal. It's an old brick ass building. You can't really get inside of it anymore because it's all the floors have all caved in and shit. But um, and it's deep. You got to walk like shit. We would pull up to the side of the woods. There's like a parking lot that goes in, and an old school parking lot for something else, I think it was. And you pull in there with your car, and then you have to get out of your car and you have to walk back into the woods for like literally. It took us like 25 minutes. This place is in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's an old overgrown like driveway that took you back into there, but you can't tell anymore. You can just see where it was a path at one time. But at the beginning of that path, there or in the middle of the path, I'm sorry, there is I guess there's a natural gas line, well that sticks up out of the ground that it's burning. I don't ask me why, what it is, but it's like a flame that burns nonstop. And I guess the whole thing behind it is if the flame goes out, get the fuck out of there because you're in trouble. So, um, of course, I've been there like 3 times. The flame's never gone out. Some dude said it did. Somebody tried to blow it out one time to scare the shit out of everybody, and it wouldn't go out because it's like a blue flame. That's how strong it is. But I've heard shit there. I've seen shadows in the windows. But like I said, it's an old home for the mentally ill. And supposedly back in those days, you know, they did like electroshock treatment on people. They did lobotomies. Um, there was a lot of people that were born different, just a little bit than what we are, and people. Yeah, right, Heather. That's what I said. It's a lot like the Silent Hill scenario. The Silent Hill thing. I'll tell you that story in a minute. What that actually is. That's true, actually, to an extent. um, but you know, back then, if your child was born like with Down syndrome or was just even off a little bit, they would take them. They would give them away to these homes. They would try to take care of them. God, kids with autism and stuff like that never had a chance back then. And they would go try to fix these kids doing electric shock treatment and lobotomies. And this is all real shit, guys. You can look it up. And that's what these hospitals did. And you know, there was a lot of kids that were left there that would be that they at least people would sit in their own feces and urine for days on end. They never showered. They were never fed. A lot of them. I mean, mental health treatment back in the 30s, 40s, and the 50s was bad. I mean, it was bad shit, guys, and there just wasn't no help for it. Thank God it's not like that anymore. But so uh, supposedly, and I've heard like weird, and I think I always put it off to be the wind because of all the the holes in the building and the wind blowing through because it's back in the woods. But you see and hear things, and don't get me wrong, I know that people's minds can fuck you up when you think you're going to see something or you think you're going to hear something. So I always put it off to that. But Zombie Land is a fucking scary place. Knowing the situation, The sign's still on the building. I mean, you can go through the front door and get into the parts of the downstairs, but you can't go around because, like I said, all the floors are caved in. You can get into the basement, but I didn't. There was no way I was going in there. I was 17. No fucking way. I was still a bitch. Um, yeah, I know, Broken. I'm so happy it's changed because that was so sad. I watched a lot of research movies and shit like that on that. That's crazy shit. um, but that's really fucking creepy out there. And then on the way back to the car, the last time we went, we fucking got lost because it was pitch black. It's pitch black out there, guys. We had flashlights, but there's no like overhead lights anywhere. Um, no street lights, no nothing. And you're really not supposed to be in there because there's no trespassing signs everywhere. So we could have gotten in some shit too. But they don't have cops out there. It's such a small town. The sheriff's department, local, state, or county sheriff runs through there, and only if they're called, and it takes them forever to get there. So, but um, that one scared the hell out of me way back then. I'm not like that anymore, but I was pretty much a bitch for that kind of shit back then because I didn't believe in it and I didn't want to. So, um, now the story behind Silent Hill, Heather, is based on a true story. Of course, they've twisted it and turned it and made it into more than what it is. There's an actual town. I can't remember if it's in West Virginia or if I think it's in West Virginia. Okay, and the entire town is on fire underground. The whole town. There's always, and it's still to this day doing it. The whole town had to be evacuated completely, so it's a ghost town. I think there may have been one or two people that still live there, but they had old. It was an old coal mining town. Damn, what was the name of that town? Hold on a minute. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find it real fast. But that was the inspiration behind Silent Hill, the actual town itself, and then they just took it and made a story out of it. Um, hold on, I just actually watched this documentary again not too long ago. And you can actually go to, I think maybe it's in PA then. It's been on fire since 1962. Centralia, Pennsylvania. That's it, right there. Centralia. CENTRA, or I'm sorry, CENTRALIA. Um, let's see here. Let me read this to you guys real quick. And it's home of the Graffiti Highway too. Yeah, that was one of my favorite games. Broken, loved it. What's up, Ernest? How you doing? How's Burn too? Okay, so in the case of Centralia, Pennsylvania, town officials decided to burn, or I'm sorry, town officials decided to burn it. Started in 1962, just before the big Memorial Day parade. The landfill blaze hit a live. That's what it was. They were burning their landfill, like getting rid of their garbage, and it hit the landfill blaze hit a live coal vein underground. Nearly 60 years later, a fire is still burning underneath the town. In the early 1980s, 12-year-old Centralia resident Todd Domboski fell into a sinkhole that appeared in his backyard. He was pulled out by his cousin, but it was discovered that the hot steam emanating from the hole contained a lethal level of carbon monoxide. In the mid 1980s, the government provided more than $42 million to buy out and relocate Centralia's remaining residents, with more than 1,000 people accepting the offer and 500 buildings being demolished. And it has the main road that runs into it is called Graffiti Highway now because everybody that's gone there, because lots of people go there to see this, they they've like drawn and painted graffiti and stuff all over the road. Hold on a second, guys. My dog is Okay, sorry guys. So yeah, um, and it says what was once a small, thriving community is now home to a busted road, empty lots, and three houses without a zip code. Uh, Few people outside of Columbia County knew about the still burning ghost town until the movie Silent Hill, inspired by Centralia, came out in 2006. The first time I went searching for the town's notorious abandoned road, known as Graffiti Highway, I drove up and down Pennsylvania Route 61. So if anybody wants to go there, turn the camera off, huh? What the hell? Okay. Do I have any mods in here still? Please. There's none in here at all. What the hell? Robin's a mod. Is Robin still in here? Or did she leave? You don't have to be in here, Nikki. So if you don't want to look at me, don't look at me. Anyway, let's see. Where was I at? I'm sorry, guys. Gotta love that. See, that's why I don't show my face because you know. Anyway, at least the banner's up. Um, I drove up and down Pennsylvania Route 61 without knowing exactly what I was looking for. Since my first visit, I've returned at least once a year. I now know my way around, but as the colorfully painted road has increased in popularity, new visitors can rely on other people to lead the way. Locals frequently take their four wheelers up and down the road, but I'm not intimidated as I walk down the center of the road, looking at the constantly changing layers of inspirational quotes, names, smiley. Okay, yeah, that's all about that. But I'm trying to find. The highway, once part of Route 61, was taken out of commission after a large portion of the road buckled under the pressure from the mine fire. Smoke came out of the giant crack up until about 2017, says Mark Winter, who lives nearby and has brought his ATV to the abandoned highway. The fire isn't here anymore, he says as he points down the buckled asphalt and then gestures towards his hometown of Douglas. It's still going that way, eating up all the coal it can. I love coming here. I'm here about once a week. The first mines opened in Centralia in 1856. Okay, so there are no mods in here. I guess Robin left. Whatever. I don't even care. Sorry, guys. I apologize for that. Um, anyway, where do we go? I guess the mines opened in Centralia in 1856, and the town's population peaked in 1890. World War I and the stock market crash of 1929 contributed to a decline in coal production over the next few decades. There's conflicting stories about what caused the fire, but in the book Fire Underground, the ongoing tragedy of the Centralia Mine Fire, author David Deacock concludes that it started with the 1962 landfill cleanup, and when that fire was not properly extinguished, it spread into a maze of abandoned mines beneath the town. So, all that, yeah, I'm not getting bullied because it doesn't bother me. Yeah, okay. Papa Grizz has never come in here, so that's definitely not him. Anyway, moving on. Um, so that's what that is all based on, guys. It's 61 North in Centralia, PA, and Mount Carmel, PA. But all the houses and stuff are still there. The stores, the businesses, everything is still there. It's just all abandoned. It's kind of a cool story. I wouldn't mind going there my damn self just to check it out. So, um, Really? Like, did they all go? Well, Heather, I guess you've earned your stuff, which I probably should have done anyway. Aren't you a mod broken? No, you're not. I'm thinking of somebody else. Oh, give me a second, guys, because I can't do it. Hold on, broken. Let me check something real quick. All that shit you was talking. Let me know. What shit was who talking? Nobody was talking no shit, Bree. Yeah, no, I know, Pookie. I planned on it. Just a minute. Sorry, bro. I don't know. I didn't know that many people left, but yeah, you was mad shit in Charlie's stream. My grandson stole my 401k. Okay. Wasn't talking mad shit about nothing. Just telling the truth. So whatever you want to think, do what you got to do, girl. Didn't say anything. Like I said, that nobody else said. So whatever. Like I said, I ain't even gonna take the time to talk to you, whoever that is. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. 1 second. Where are we at here? I'm sorry. Where'd you go, Heather? Put a paper bag on. Yeah, I'm the one that needs to do that, right? All right, Heather. What else? Robin must have went somewhere else. Who else do I have? I got a whole bunch of guest mod people playing around in here. And there you go. And if you guys don't want to do it, no worries, guys. Just let me know and I'll remove it. No problem. But if you don't mind, I appreciate it, at least for tonight. It is pretty late. I didn't realize how late it was. So, anyway. I am. Nobody's pussing out. Nobody's nothing. Whatever I said was facts. So, tis what it is. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Obviously, you don't, so you shouldn't be in here anyway. I made you a mod, broken, and I also made Heather a mod. If you guys could clean that up a little bit for me, please. You guys are both in here enough. Hey, Rachel. Well, there's a mod right there. Yeah, I don't even know who the fuck Brianna White is, so whatever. That's definitely not be happy. You guys are a trip. I don't think that's any of those people, guys. Somebody said that Isaac and Mike were in Twitter doing that earlier today. So whatever. Hello, Miss Rachel. Thank you for popping in, and I appreciate you. Fucking pathetic ass losers. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh, no worries, Heather. Thank you. I should have done it before, honestly. I just wasn't thinking about it because I already had quite a few mods, so I didn't want to overdo it. But situations like this happen. It is what it is. So what? I got Rachel, Broken, Heather. I didn't know anybody else took off, so my stories must have sucked. I'm not a good storyteller, I guess, guys. Sorry. Pookie had to do something, so he couldn't be here. But either way, oh, no worries, brother. Like I said, again, it would have happened before, not just for this reason, but like I said, I already had quite a few mods, and I didn't want to like have too many for whatever reason. But I just thought that I had Robin in here, Pam. At one point, I just thought they were all still in here. My fault. And um, Strike Hard, Strike First, or Strike First, Strike Hard was in here too, and I know he's a mod. I thought it was cool, but whatever. Honestly, it doesn't bother me the shit that they say. I can't do much about it, from this side, and I don't want it to take up the whole chat. So it is what it is. The joys of YouTube, gotta love it. I appreciate you popping in, Rachel. Well, I appreciate that, Broken, too, about the stories. I was just giving you guys some entertainment. Somebody asked me to do it, so I did it. You guys asked me to tell stories, and y'all fucking leave me. Huh. Funny, funny, funny. So who was that, Rachel? Was that Nikki? Because that's what I thought at first, but I had never seen that name pop up, so I didn't know. And of course, I don't want to accuse somebody of something that's, even if I'm not getting along with them, if it's actually not them. I'm sure some of this shit's coming from fucking Faux or whoever over there. Again, whatever. That new popper was tired, so I figured he'd be sleeping soon. But anyway, that's the story behind where Silent Hill came from. It's from Centralia, Pennsylvania, and it's really not. I mean, I don't know where a lot of you guys live. It's really not too far from me. You asked me how far it was from Philly. One of you guys, I think, Broken did. So let me check. Yeah, that's definitely coming from fucking Guest Mob. Fucking piece of shit. Let me check for you real quick, guys. How far is Centralia, Pennsylvania from Philadelphia? Was it you broken that asked that? It's 2 hours and 10 minutes from Philly. Well, we know who Nikki White is now. Cankles, right? That's kind of the pot calling the kettle black, ain't it? Fucking joke ass. 2 hours, that ain't too bad. It's about what it is for me too. So it'd be worth the drive just to go check it all out. You know what I mean? Well, at least the trolls are giving me views. I appreciate that. Good shit, guys. Thanks for being fans. Much appreciated. 'Cause so would they sit here and watch until they noticed all my mods were gone, and then they fucking decide to jump in? It's kind of fucked up. Get a life, guys. Lorna May Culliver. My grandson stole my 401k. I don't know who the fuck that is, but okay. Somebody trying to tell somebody else they're ugly. Put fucking jackass fake fucking eyelashes on, make you look like a fucking freak, and you're gonna tell me I'm ugly. That's fucking hilarious. No, the mods were gone, so a lot of my people go to bed at normal times. I'm like, you assholes. Oh well. So how many people do I actually have in here that are regular people? Um, Not these idiots. Let's see. I got Heather still broken. I don't know if Rachel's still in here or not. And that's definitely not. Yeah, that's Mark. I think that looks like his spam shit. That's funny. Dago's never screamed at his son once, but that's cute, guys. Yeah, I'm missing two of my top G's, bro. And you are retired, broken. What's that mean? You mean like retired from working or? Oh, okay. So, I got you, broken. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm going through disability claim right now. I worked 17 years as a firefighter, and I put my time. These fucking idiots couldn't do one day what I did for 17 years. So be it. 1 hour, actually, I should say. And I'm not the one that went for the. I didn't even want to go for the disability. Actually, it like was a fight with my doctor and my wife. They were pushing me to do it for like 5 years, and I didn't want to do it. Yep, that's me, a toothless fat fuck that sits at home. Yeah, I have two teeth that I had to have pulled, and I'm actually waiting on getting a plate for the front. So be it. Oh, I get it, broken. I get it. You and the boys. Okay, I'll be waiting. Please do. I'd love to answer the door for that one. Yeah, I don't get disability yet, so nobody pays for that. Dumb fuck. I worked hard for my disability checks too. I worked hard for your fucking welfare checks, piece of shit. This cracks me the fuck up. Are you still in here, Heather? Yeah, I understand anxiety. I have anxiety too. Broken goes along with the PTSD shit and all that other crap. This is funny as hell. You think these fucking losers would have something better to do with their life? No worries. Okay, you go for it. You want some phone numbers? I can get you phone numbers and addresses if you want. Fucking trash. Sorry, Heather. It's a lot of work. I know. Excuse me. This is funny. Okay, let's see. Hmm, this is actually funny. Yeah, I have 11 now. I had 28 at one time, so it's fucking 12:30 in the morning. Not everybody stays up all night like you fucking idiots do. Oh, look at them. They're all coming in now. Thanks for the views, guys. Appreciate it. Fucking losers. Hmm. Anyway. Oh, gotta love it. All right. So is anybody still in here besides these fucking assholes? Oh yeah, you definitely get welfare checks. That's for damn sure. Um, let's see here. Yeah, the best thing you can try to do, Heather, is to block them like permanently. Because if you time them out or you hide them, I mean, you can hide them, you can do that, but timing them out, they just come back in 5 minutes. So I'm just surprised. I didn't see Robin say she was leaving. Oh well, no worries. So be it. Oh, oh shit. Let me check something. I don't know what happened. Broken. I don't know how that happened either, but give me a second. Where are we at? Oh well, guys. Oh, you're cool, Pookie. No worry about it. No worries, brother. No worries at all. None at all. Let me see here. Hello, hey Trader Joe. I'm sure if that's who you are. Just trying to clean some stuff up here, guys. Whoever's still in here, my apologies. Are you still in here, Broken? I think I think you got hidden by accident, or one of these fucking idiots popped in and did it. Here we go. Let's try that one. There you go, Broken. I don't know how that worked out or what happened, but I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. They probably somebody hacked something or did whatever. Yeah, you were hidden in here somehow, bro. I just unhid you. I'm sorry. Jesus. Hold on, guys. Give me about 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something real quick. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Okay, guys. You good? Well, that was fun now, wasn't it? Can you guys hear me okay? Sorry, guys. I'm still trying to do a couple of things here. That's all. Okay, cool. Yeah, that kind of locked up the chat a little bit. My apologies, guys. Like, I don't even. There's still some of them in here floating around. I know they are. So, my apologies, guys. I'm sorry. I don't even know who's still in here, honestly. But anyway, yeah, broken. I don't know how you got hit. I didn't even see it at first. So somebody must be using a clone mod rogue account or some shit to do it, or somebody just hit it on accident. One of the, I don't know. I got it out of there though. No worries. I appreciate you guys though. I know that was probably overwhelming, and my apologies for it. But haters are haters. I didn't know any of the rest of them were even leaving, so I thought Robin was still in here. A bunch of other people were still in here. I guess my story sucked. Oh well. No worries. Nobody gives a fuck what you want to hear. Don't come in here. You don't have to fucking hear me, you piece of shit. So anyway, so I've been going for a couple hours, guys. Almost three, it looks like. And what is it now? 1 o'clock. So, um, nope, there's my dog hacking it up. Did you guys, whoever's left in here, I know I see Broken and Heather. I don't know who else might be in here. Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened, Heather, but who knows? Lord only knows what those fucking idiots do over there. Um, I guess, like I said, it must have got too late, and everybody decided to pop out of here and didn't say bye. It happens. No biggie. So, or maybe it's because I was on camera tonight. Nobody wanted to see my fucking head. You know what I mean? It is what it is. No big deal. I can't really control it, but oh, I don't know, Heather. That was kind of crazy. You don't have that broken? I gave it to you. It's, what the hell happened? Wait, that is broken, isn't it? Nothing against you if that is you broken. Heather, check that real quick for me to see if that's him. Give me a second here. Yeah, that isn't you. Nice try. Heather, does that broken that just said that that's not me, Dago, does that one have a wrench? Oh, I see the little game. You hid the fake one? Okay. Where the heck did you even come from, bro? I didn't even see you pop in here. Okay, so is there a broken that has a wrench? Okay, check that one that said I would never do that, please. Because I could have swore I gave one of them a wrench. I see what that was all about. Okay, so there's more than one fake one then, or it just keeps coming. If you hit it, what the fuck? That's a good way to do that. I see how that works now. That's broken. But I gave broken a wrench. I thought, or did I give the fake broken a wrench? Okay, I got you. I see what happened. Yeah, I get it. Probably. Thanks for coming in, Popper. I appreciate it. Well, broken. Is that him, Popper? I can't fucking tell anymore. Yeah, no, that's not him. That looks like that's either Blaker or Chris, because obviously can't spell. Yeah, that's not. That's definitely not. Broken's been around for a long time, so or I would never beg for mods. This is this is entertaining, actually. Kind of. Sorry, guys, to put you through this, but it's kind of entertaining in a way. Well, it's not your fault, Broken. Not even close. Not hurting my chat. No worries, dude. I just gotta. I'm worried about hiding the right or wrong one. That's all. Which I can go in and figure it out after the stream. No worries. I'm just curious to see how many I'm gonna have in there. You know. Okay, so that's the real Broken, the one that has 93 subscribers. I'll tell you what. Okay. Oh shit! How am I gonna do this? The real Broken. Type something in chat real fast for me. Yeah, I know how well that's gonna fucking work, right? That one right there. Check that one that said "Stop impersonating me." See if that one is the real one, guys. Okay. All right, now Broken. Type something in the chat again, please. The real one, obviously. Okay. Okay. Now he has a wrench. Anybody else can fuck off. There we go. Got it covered. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, I'm that fucking dumb, really. Putting your skills to the test tonight, Popper, huh? And you already fucking tired. Sorry, bro. No worries, Broken. All right, so I got Heather, Broken, and Popper. That should be enough to handle for tonight till I shut down, which won't be too long, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, it did get old, but I'm sorry, Popper. I appreciate you being here, though, bro. I know you're tired, and you too. I'm really sorry all that bullshit, dude. Heather, you're absolutely fine. Popper, tell them. Broken probably knows, but if not, just tell them the best way to deal with the trolls, like what to do with them. Because I can't do it from here, so I don't know. Typically, I just hide them. Like when I'm on others, but when I'm a mod in somebody else's stream, I'll just hide them or block them, depending on what that person wants. So whatever works, especially when that kind of shit happens. And we're down to 9 people now, so most of them just left. Yeah, it's easier just to hide them, I think. Yeah, I was kind of shocked. I thought there was a lot more people in here. I looked at my numbers at one point, and it was like 28 when everybody was telling me to tell these damn stories, and then I'm afraid fake me would hurt someone's feelings. I know about that. Yeah, you're good, Broken. There ain't gonna be no more fake you because now that you have that wrench, that shows the true you, and then the other fuckers can just kick rocks. You know what I mean? So no worries. Well, there you go, Popper. That explains how rogue mods get in and do what they do. They pull that kind of bullshit and try to confuse everybody, and kaboom, somebody gets a wrench to try to help out, and bam, there you go. We should place bets on who all was involved in that. Come out and see who you think it was. I mean, I'll venture to say that most of it came from Guest Mob, obviously, or all of it came from Guest Mob. I'm just trying to figure out who it actually might have been. I know some of the ones that were misspelled was probably, like I said, you know, oh well. Gotta have some kind of entertainment, right, guys? I was boring tonight, so there you go. Oh, wow, what a night! What a night! Okay, so I wonder who's actually still in here. I got Popper, Heather, Broken. It says there's 15, so I still must have the assholes floating around behind the scenes. 1 second, guys. Okay. Anyway, so I guess it's just the four of us, huh? Oh well. Okay, guys. Well, like I said, I feel bad. I want Popper to be able to go back to sleep too. So, um, how did you know this was going on, Popper? The last I understood, you were sleeping or falling asleep at least. Or did Rachel pop and tell you, say something to you? Maybe he's gone again. No worries. Okay. Oh, okay. There he is. Oh yeah, Pookie. Pookie had to go do something. He wasn't in here, and he was like telling me, "Go do this and go do that," and must have seen it or something. No worries. Again. So, all right, guys. I guess I'm gonna shut them down for the night. It is like 1:15 in the morning here, so sorry that it ended that way. Maybe we'll do that again another night. Get it set up, do it the right way. Um, Started off as a good stream, pretty good. I enjoyed it at least. I had a decent amount of people in here too until all that shit happened. And like I said, it got to a certain point. I think some people just dropped off because it was late and they were going to bed. So no biggie. Um, so anybody got any questions or anything for me before I shut down for tonight? I don't. You guys won't see me tomorrow morning because it's Sunday morning, and I don't do that in the mornings on Sundays. But I don't know about tomorrow night. But if not tomorrow night, you'll see me Monday, probably morning and evening. So no questions, no concerns, no qualms, no any of that. Okay. Yeah, the broken problem is fixed. It's no longer broken. How about that one? Gotta love that one. I can be a comedian sometimes too. Ha ha. I'm surprised that Strike First was gone. Must have been tired. I know Sammy was going to watch a movie. I don't know. Like I said, it must have just got late. Either that or I was just boring as fuck, and everybody said, fuck you and see ya. So, and that's a possibility too. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I get it. So, all right, guys. Well, I still thanks Popper once again, Broken and Heather. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Um, thank you, all you fuck hole ass hat fucking trolls for the views. I appreciate you guys. Love you to death, and thanks for being fans. Um, Robin, thank you for being in here tonight. Star, I mean, they're all gone now. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Star, Robin, Strike First, Morty, Beta, Sammy, Pookie. Let's see, who else did I have in here? Rachel was here. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you. You guys know that, though. Morty. Um, of course, Pam, Kimberly. Yeah, I had a good turnout tonight. I appreciate you guys. You know, I love you guys to death. As I always say, Pumpkin Patch, everybody that was in here tonight, just in case I missed you, I'm sorry. But I do appreciate you guys. Stacy, uh, I really do appreciate you guys a lot more than you guys know. Love you guys. And hold on, let me get down to the bottom and double check things. Once again, I'm sorry for the mess. Oh, you're welcome, Heather. No worries. Like I said, I should have done it a long time ago. But again, when you only have so many people, when you have 30, 40 people, some every now and then I'll get 50 people, unless I go off or something, then I get 80 people. But you only need so many mods. So it wasn't about not wanting to mod people. It was just about having too many of them. That's all. So, um, you know, it, some of you guys that have been in here and you're in here all the time, it needed done. So, regardless, I appreciate you and everything you guys have done tonight for me and do for me on a regular basis, just for supporting me. So if you enjoyed the stream up until that bullshit, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't, of course. And I appreciate anyone that has donated uh, and that will donate to. I appreciate you guys a lot. I really do. Again, it was another great night as usual. Always have a great time here with you guys. So, once again, Popper, my brother, thank you so much. The rest of um, you guys have a great night. Maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you Monday. Besides that, love you guys to death. Take care. Bye bye.